Hey, Hare Krishna everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Welsh Yogi podcast. Today we have a lovely guest, Lee Vaughn from Swansea. He's come on to talk about how he manages to marry Krishna consciousness with an everyday modern life. He's currently a plumber and a father, and he's super enthusiastic about spiritual life, so this is a really nice episode for those of you that are interested in how spiritual life can apply to someone, even if they're not a monk wearing orange robes, which Lee certainly is not. So without any further ado, let us jump into the podcast. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Welsh Yogi podcast.
Okay, Hare Krishna everyone. Welcome to episode 104.
Whoa.
This is episode 104 of the Welsh Yogi podcast. Today we're joined by Lee Vaughn.
Hare Krishna.
Back to Rupa Prabhu.
Hare Vaughn.
And myself, Prema. So,
Welcome on board. Everyone who's listening out in cyberspace, thank you for being here.
I think it's only me that listens to this show.
To be fair, yeah.
I'm like the biggest fan.
Are you?
Yeah.
I got some contestants that might fight for that. Auntie Gazy, I think she'd fight
Hello,
for
Auntie
that.
Gazy.
But yeah, Lee, it's nice to have you on.
Thank you.
I know you're a big fan of the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's happening?
Not much. Working hard. Being a dad. Being a man. Being a Krishna conscious man.
Yeah.
And just trying to fly the flag for
What flags
Krishna.
are you flying?
so
Flying the flag for Krishna.
Yeah.
It's quite hard to say. Nice. So Lee, for people at home who don't know who you are, what's your name and where'd you come from?
My name is Lee Vaughn. I come from Swansea.
Yeah.
And I've been into Krishna consciousness for almost 10 years now, since May 2016.
Really? That's a long time.
Yeah.
Nice. And you're I know you're a semi-famous individual, right? Like you've been on the X Factor.
I'm a retired musician, if that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. There's if anyone at home wants to see Lee on the X Factor, how do we find you?
I really don't know.
He's denying it.
I can tell you. No.
But no, Lee was on the X Factor. I've spent some time with Lee up the valleys recently, and everyone knows who he is somehow. So
Yeah, I was kind of a mini celebrity in the Rhondda Valleys. I moved up there when I was like, it was in 2006. I met a girl up there, and we had a child together, and just lived a rock and roll lifestyle up there. Just gigging all over the valleys every single weekend, and it was good fun. It was good fun.
that was in the 2010s, kind of.
Well, from the age of 17, so it was 1997. I was gigging around the valleys from.
Okay. Yeah.
97 until 2017, I think, when I got into Krishna consciousness. I was like, this is not for me anymore, you know.
Okay. Nice. So you had that rock and roll past, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of sex, drugs, rock and roll kind of lifestyle.
I've got rock and roll on my knuckles, you know.
Oh, nice. Fair
Not
enough.
anymore, man.
You should change it to kirtan or something like that. Nice. Okay, so you was up the valleys, musician. Is that how you fund your life? Like, is that how you support yourself through music?
I mean, my dad made me become a plumber. So he made me do a plumbing apprenticeship, which I'm very grateful for now, because that's my job now. I've got a little company, it's only small, called Working for Krishna, as you know, W4K. And the principle behind that is that we got Krishna conscious people working as tradesmen in people's houses. So we're very attentive with attention. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We work in the mode of goodness, not in the mode of ignorance or the mode of passion.
Nice.
Well, Cal works in the mode of passion, doesn't he?
Yeah, he never stops.
He is 100 mile an hour.
Yeah.
But he's slowing down. He's doing all right. Like you would know, because you've done a lot of work with us, right?
No?
Not a lot of work, but you have done some work.
I helped you guys with the Brahmachari ashram.
Yeah, we did the
fit out,
bathroom,
so- Yeah, Lee's a good boss, I think, to work for. So. But yeah, very skilled, very practical person, isn't it? I guess that's what I'd describe you as. So when you said just now you were a musician from 1998 to 2017.
Yeah.
But then you told me, or you just said you started Krishna Consciousness in 20...
Yeah, I'd say like 2016.
Okay.
It was quite weird, really, because Krishna was coming to me in my dreams. I didn't know who Krishna was, you know. Krishna was all I could describe it. I was waking my missus up, you know, and I was like, these blue aliens are telling me to go vegetarian. I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know why. I don't know. I need to follow it. She's like, there's something wrong with you. And I just ordered an organic turkey, you know, for Christmas. It was October. I ordered one ready for Christmas, you know. And so there's this poor old farmer like stuffing this, getting this turkey fat ready for me, you know. And then by the time the end of October came, and I was like, Kate, I can't cook a turkey in December. I can't do it. Wow. And she's like, there's something seriously. You need to go and get your head checked.
Oh, really?
And I was like, there's a beautiful blue alien that's telling me like the world is going to go wrong if we don't stop eating meat, you know. and then within the same week, I had a phone call from Steve Roger Phillips, who was looking for a plumber to fit a water filter for him in his house. And when I got there, I felt like I could speak to him about alcohol, addiction, and talk about meat eating, you know. And he gave me the right answers. And then he gave me a book with my hero, George Harrison, was on the cover, you know.
Chant to be happy.
Chant to be happy, yeah. And then I opened the middle of the book and I almost dropped it because that beautiful blue alien was right in the middle of that book. And I was like, whoa, that's the blue alien. And I was like, oh my God, this is real, you know. There's something telling me that I need to shift my life somehow, you know.
Was there so before you was having these dreams and things, was there something inside you that was starting to build up? Like, I want to make a shift, or? Yeah,
I think so. I mean, like, I didn't care. I didn't have a care in the world, you know, for like, it was sex, drugs, rock and roll, you know, that was my life. And that's what everybody accepted me as, my character, as my ego, as, you know. And I lived up to that reputation, you know. I entertained others because of that reputation as well, you know. And then when when those masks start falling away and you start like getting a little bit depressed about things and thinking, hang on, this is not right, like, you know, I'm making all these people laugh and I'm waking up crying on a Monday morning, like, you know, it was like something had to give, you know. So yeah, I mean, Steve Roger Phillips was a blessing in disguise going to his house, and then I read a little bit of the book, and I was like, oh, what's that? Hare Krishna? Oh God, no! Oh, thank you, you know. Really? But then it was weird because we had broken up now, you know, me and the missus, we'd broken up, and because I changed, you know, I was like, I'm vegan now, you know, I'm a militant vegan, and I'm protesting about veganism, you know, so that was my little. And then I discovered Govindas, and I didn't even know there was a meditation. You know? I didn't even know this book was connected to Govindas. And I went there, you know.
This is Govinda Swansea now.
Govinda Swansea, yeah.
So 2016, Govinda Swansea, nice.
Yeah, maybe 2017 now, because you know it was like maybe April, May time, something like that. And I went in there and I seen these guys in orange like walk past. It was Diallo, in fact, you know. Oh, really? And he walking in. You coming upstairs for the meditation? And I was like, what? No. And he was like, I said, I'm just having, you know, because we were eating dinner there, you know. And he was like, oh, just come up. It's urban meditation. I'm into urban music, you know, garage music and hip hop, R&B. So I was like, oh yeah, okay, let's do it, you know. And I went up there and I was like, it made me angry, if I'm honest with you. And I was like, this is not right. This is not right, you know. And I ended up not getting. I respected it by staying there, but I ended up going straight to the pub. And I'm trying to give up beer at the time. I went straight to the pub and I sank 6 pints. You know, like, this is not right. Sorry for banging the table there.
Okay, no.
I went to the pub, and then because I'm inquisitive, I went back the week after and I seen Danda, you know. And I went, excuse me, mate, I thought this meant to make you chill out, but all it did was make me angry. and he just said, like, imagine stepping in a pond for the first time. he said, that silt is just going to come up, you know, and that's what you've just done to your heart. He said, it takes a lot of practice to get into it, you know. And then the second time I did it, I could feel myself expanding. I could see colours and, you know, I think we've all been through that type of feeling of like that euphoria type of, wow, this is incredible type of thing, you know.
From a kirtan kind of.
From a kirtan, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I've also had the anger side of things, you know.
Yeah.
I was actually this time last year struggling with like a lot of anger in relation. Like I'd come to kirtans and I'd get angry. Yeah. And I remember for some reason I just ended up opening the Bible, and it said the sinful man cannot stand in the assembly of the righteous.
Right.
So it's like this whole idea of like there's a part of us that really doesn't want to go towards Krishna.
Yeah.
You know, like we're really holding back.
Yeah.
And it's like that part of you cannot stand in the
course.
assembly of the saintly people. And it's like, I read that and I was like, that's where I'm kind of, you know, when you're identifying with your false ego a bit, then being around devotees can be really a challenge and a struggle. Whereas when you're in that devotional mentality, it's smooth and easy. Like,
I mean, there's quite a few, like I bring friends and family, you know, to Govinda's now on a Tuesday, to Govinda Swansea, you know. And there's quite a few people that wait in the background, you know, and they feel really like shy, you know. They don't feel like they feel like they're out of place, you know.
Your family, you bring them
friends and family, you know. Some of my friends, and I just say to them, look, if you're feeling anxious, just come early. I'm there early. I'm always there early. I'm always setting up
every
early.
Tuesday. Like
every Tuesday, I'm guaranteed to be there by at least 3-4 o'clock, you know. Easy. I mean, we don't even start till 6:30, you know, but I'm there. You know, if people want to come up and have a cuppa, you know, and talk about things before we even go upstairs, I'm open to that, you know. So a couple of my friends have turned up early, and you know, just give them like warm hugs and make them feel welcome. And then you've got like people like Kishori Mani or Auntie Gazy, you know, who's like making them feel welcome also. So it's kind of like easing them in type of thing. Because ultimately, it's just love, you know. It's pure love, like, you know. But people are not used to the pure love, you know, like what we've experienced type of thing.
It's alien to them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shout out to the Swansea community. There's so many wonderful spiritual
Jack
practitioners
Army.
and shout out to the Blue Alien as well.
Yeah.
Blue Alien.
So let me get it. So you spoke to Dunder after that now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how did it get? Because that's what I'm saying. Is like, how have you gradually? Has it been a gradual build up, or has it been a?
Yeah, it's been a gradual build up. I mean, I think like if I didn't have so much lust in my mind back then, I think I would have gone into Krishna consciousness a bit more. So I got into another relationship again then after that, and then another relationship after that, you know. And so I was like basically dancing back and forth with Krishna, like, you know, I was falling in love with Krishna, bringing the girlfriend towards Krishna, and then she's pulling away from Krishna, you know. So it was always like a push-pull type of thing. But I couldn't deny what was in my heart then. I couldn't deny what I've experienced and how it has changed my life and how I got to give gratitude towards it. I didn't know what it was, you know. I knew Krishna was some sort of God, but I didn't really read the Bhagavad Gita, or, you know, didn't read Chant and Be Happy, you know. I think the first book I read was Hiding in Unnatural Happiness by
Dave
Amrita Swami, yeah. And I was with another with a lady at the time. We were living together, and I read that, and I read it from start to finish, and it was talking about like how you switch the TV on and you're looking for something higher. So you turn the TV on and you're flicking, and you're always flicking for something, and you're always looking for that something higher. And that's exactly the same thing as about any type of thing that you're involved in, you know, especially God consciousness, you know. And from that, I closed the book and I was like, wow, this is pretty good. And then I made my vows, and I'm going to start going every Tuesday now, you know. And I started going every Tuesday, and I didn't even know what Seva was, you know. Seva is service. And I just started wanting to help slightly, you know. Like, oh, I'm a musician. I can set up the music equipment easy, you know. Faster than anybody here, you know. Type of ego type of thing again, like, you know. And then I was just like setting things up and maybe having a little cheeky play of the harmonium every now and again, and really wanting desperately to actually sing kirtan, you know, and again getting a little peed off about like going, oh, why won't they let me sing that? You know, I'm a singer, you know, type of thing. I understand the process now, and now I understand the process. I don't even want to sing it anymore, It's bizarre. And then I got asked last week for the first time to sing, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do it now. Yeah. I'm cool, thanks.
Mad.
Yeah, so it's, where were we? I'm like, go pal, and I go off and run.
No. Yeah, we were talking about how you was building, but
the building. Yeah,
you started doing service and not the building.
Started to
building up the.
Yeah, so the service was just coming, and then the inspirations, I gotta say, Auntie Gazy, she's such an inspiration. Now she's an incredible woman. Just to see her do what she does, she makes people cups of tea, she makes toast. She cleans after people. My service is to put out the cushions and stuff. And I walk in and she's already there, She's like, oh, do you want a cuppa? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, and I think she's out the kitchen making me a cuppa, but she's not. She's putting my cushions upstairs. She's taking my service off me, But I just turn up and it's like, whoa. It's like Santa's bean type of thing, Yeah. She's just done my service, Yeah. So I think that's what it is. She was such an inspiration to me, seeing that. And I'm like, I want to be what that woman's doing type of thing, And then other people has come along, like Nick and Bri and Claire and stuff. And it's just it's such a positive, happy vibe there now, We got such a beautiful family there that we all bounce off each other and we all care for each other, In fact, I won't even call it a family because families argue. This is like a soul contract that we've all got with each other type of thing, It's beautiful. Nice. But then from that obviously there was the Be a Monk challenge. Mm. So Be a Monk challenge, which was 2 Aprils ago for me now, almost 3 because April's coming up soon. So almost 3 years ago, I turned up and I was like, didn't know what it was all about. Turned up with Jack, with Ben trumpet,
and Joe.
Joe
was there also.
Yeah, Joe was there. Yeah,
it's a legendary Be a Monk.
Yeah,
that was.
Reese who's now in Soho, and we were told that we got to get up at 3:30 a.m. and we've all got to stand in a queue and take showers and stuff, and it's 3 minutes to a cold shower, And I was like, what's this all about? And then you got monks in the same room as us, and they go you can sleep on the bed, there's a bunk bed there, you sleep. Oh, thank you very much. And then I turn around and the monks are sleeping on the floor, and I'm like, what the hell? And why are these monks sleeping? Why haven't they got beds? And it's you just see that, you just see simple living, high thinking, you just see it. So you just actually living with the monks as a monk then for 3 days, and you get up at 3:30, you have your shower, and then you go straight in for Mangala Arati, and you just sing into the deities from 4:30, and then 5 o'clock you got your japa, your personal practice on your beads, and that's for 2 hours, and you usually get 16 rounds depending on your speed out of that. And then Govindam Adi Purusham, and I was like, what is that tune, that tune is slamming, it's just 7 o'clock in the morning, we'd all dancing like that, It's what, I've never experienced that unless I've taken something on a Saturday night, 7 o'clock in the morning type of thing. and then I couldn't believe it, I actually went out, on that weekend, I went out with my friends, afterwards. So I think we went to watch a show. We went to watch this murder mystery in the Grand Theatre, Swansea. Mm. And I was full monk mode, I met up with my mates, and I was like, hi guys. And they're like, what's the matter with you? And if someone would serve us food in well spoons, but I was like, thank you so much, thank you. And then
giving you weird looks.
Yeah.
What's up?
And honestly, it just blew my mind. Just to see the monks in action, just to see the monks, what they have to do to get up, to perform their love to God, for God, all day, every day, and it didn't seem like a chore. It seemed like more of a happiness thing. Mm. And for me, I think it's probably the happiest I've ever experienced. All right, I've got children, but for a personal level, the happiest I've ever witnessed myself in something completely out of the water for me was that be a monk challenge, you know? And then from that, I learned how to love Krishna. I learned how to love Radha. I learned how to love Chaitanya, you know? I learned how to love every single God, in fact, you know? I learned how to love Christians and Muslims and Jews, you know, and talk to them about God and I love God and service for God, you know? And now I'm working in people's houses, like Krishna, for some reason, has given me religious people, you know? So I'm working in Christians and Muslims' houses and stuff, you know? And I'm like, what are you doing for service for God then, you know? Talk to me, you know, type of thing. And I'm under this sink, like listening to him, you know, type of thing. And I was with this Christian guy, this African guy, and he was like, he's a man, you've inspired me so much, like to do more for God, you know? Like he had tears in his eyes, you know? And he even gave me 30 quid for donation for Govindas, you know?
Oh, wow.
It was just so beautiful, you know?
Amazing. Yeah. You reminded me, because I remember I met you, before that Be a Monk, you were around, didn't I?
I was around, yeah.
And I'd seen you a lot, and it was
like a new age type.
It was
of
almost
hippie.
like, who's this guy? Is he dodgy or what?
Yeah, it was dodgy, yeah.
like it's kind of like you look at him like, I don't know, keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
But after that, Be a Monk, there was a transformation.
There was a
and
massive.
That's something you quote all the time. You're saying it all the time when I'm spending time with you, isn't it? Was it association?
Association causes transformation.
Yeah.
I say it to my children. I say it to my nephews. You know, I say it to my friends. I'm a firm believer of it. You know, you hang around with somebody who's going to be smoking. Eventually, you're going to be smoking. You know, you might have that willpower to go, no, I will never smoke. My dad died of this, or my mum died of that. My uncle died of this. You know, but eventually, association causes transformation. You forget how the smell becomes, type of thing. You know, that's just an example or whatever. But like since hanging around with the monks, it's really cleansed and purified my consciousness, you know, for sure. And it's made me a much more honest man. It's not just in work, you know, just in relationships, you know, with my baby's mamas. I've got great relationships with them, you know. We speak now for like maybe 45 minutes to 2 hours a week, you know. It's really important to find out what their mental health is, you know, because they're looking after my babies, you know. Making sure that everything's all right, making sure everything's perfect. And that's because of the association I've got with you guys, and I'm really grateful for it, you know?
Nice. I was just thinking, is it a really quick point, like, because you were just talking about association leading to transformation, and especially within Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, we're hearing of the character and life example of so many saintly people, and just hearing about their character and their qualities, you absorb those attributes, and I can feel that happening within my own personal practice, that the more I'm hearing about the qualities of these devotees, the more you are conscious of those qualities within yourself, and that there's like a real desire to attain those qualities. And it's a really magical transformation. And thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, it is so magical.
I'm feeling that now, like listening to you speak.
Yeah, no, it's really inspiring, isn't it?
It feels like a Bhagavatam story. It's like, you know, you're doing someone's sink.
Yeah.
Like let's be honest, like plumbing is quite a humble job. Like it's dirty and mucky, and you're dealing with, and you're like asking people, you know, what service are you doing? Like this, it's just powerful. Like
it is so powerful. And not just that, I'm giving out books as well, you know?
Yeah.
So like I'm speaking to like the people who don't believe then or whatever, and I was showing them the way I work, you know? I'm not just saying, oh, look what I'm doing here for you, you know, type of thing. I'm going over and above. I'm working in the mode of goodness, constantly thinking about working in the mode of goodness. And the reason why I'm thinking like that is because I'm doing my 16 rounds in the morning, you know? So I'm doing my 16 rounds before I'm going to work, and I'm feeling amazing inside, you know? And that rubs off, and they're like, whoa, what are you taking then? You know, type of thing. And like, I'm just like, I read the Bhagavad Gita and I chant Hare Krishna, you know. Let me go and get you a book. And I go and run out to the van and bring it back in. And they might hold that book there for a couple of days, you know. But if I'm working in that house for a week and they see like I'm relentless with the cleaning and I'm relentless with how tidy everything is, even down to my tools, you know, and they see like even down to my folding of my clothes. You see me take off my hoodie, folds with the W4K facing up.
Right,
and it's sat there perfectly, you know.
Don't leave it in a mess.
And it's just them little things that customers notice and go, oh yeah, he's a bit different tradesman. He is, fair play. And I always talk about the three modes of nature, you know, the mode of ignorance, the mode of goodness, and the mode of passion. You know, I said that the wrong way around them, but and I explained to customers, you know, like mode of goodness is like an animal state. Mode of ignorance is like animal state, you know, where you just like. Animal will poop on the floor and just go, oh, it's poop on the floor and just walk off, you know, type of thing. You know, and then the mode of passion is like, you know, like my partner Cal, he's like, oh, get it in, let's get it done, let's get the money, you know, type of thing. You know, the mode of passion, which is great, you know, which is like it makes you more money, you know, and it gives you more time to your day, type of thing, which is amazing, you know. But ultimately, I really love working in the mode of goodness. I know what figure I got in my head, what I need to earn that day, you know. And if I'm earning money that day, I don't need to be leaving at 1 o'clock, unless it's a Tuesday, of course. I don't need to be leaving at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I can stay there till 4 o'clock, you know, every single day for that certain wage that I know that everything is going to be perfect, you know. Even the bins are sorted, you know, the cardboard is all tidied away type of thing. And then I tell the customer about that, you know, the three modes of nature. And then they see it for themselves, you know. So it's not just like telling people about the box; it's explaining the scientific basics, you know.
So how do you like access this kind of knowledge then? Like, are you studying like the Bhagavad Gita, or is it from hearing monks? Like, how do you find out about these modes of nature? Like?
Yeah, well, I've started reading I'm on Canto 1 now, the Bhagavatam, chapter, I think I'm on 6 or 7, just past creation, is it? No, not creation. What's number 7?
7 is the, I believe, 7 is...
It's behind you up there.
I think it's the prayers of Queen Kunti.
Every episode...
Yes.
Oh, no, actually, maybe 7 is Ashwatthama, the son of Drona, punished.
I haven't got my glasses.
So 7, because this one ends, actually, this is the 1.1 that we give out on the street. And it doesn't get to the prayers of... Yeah, it's the son of Drona punished, so it's like a scene from the Mahabharata.
Yes, the scene from the war from the Mahabharata.
Where they're sending the nuclear bomb, like they're sending the Brahmastra and Arjuna to counter...
The nuclear, yeah.
It's quite an exciting... It's
oh
like an
God.
action scene.
That book is ridiculous, honestly. Like I thought, like, you know, I've been reading the Gita for... maybe like pick it up and put it down, pick it up, put it down, you know, and then you just read like the verse, or then you just read the purport, you know, type of things. And I've just been experimenting, really. Same as Japa, like I've experimented with that. But that, I picked it up and I really struggled to read it to begin with, you know. And I was feeling really tired this one day, and I just went up into the Krishna club, into the kids club upstairs, you know, just to have a little lay down because I was so tired. There was no one there. And I walked in and Andy was sitting there. Hello. I was like, do you want to, Tirta, yeah. Would you like to read? I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And then we just read that together, and it just blew my mind, you know?
Yeah, really.
So that's what I'm reading at the moment. And then
it took reading with someone else then for it to be a bit easier to hear.
Yeah, because I was like stopping him and starting him, you know. I was like, oh, hang on, explain this bit to me. But yeah, I've started reading it on my own now, which is really cool.
Oh, you can leave it there. It's a little,
really?
little advert. It makes its way into every episode recently.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I haven't seen Ben's one just yet. I'm halfway through that.
Same thing, halfway through the episode, that came out.
I got an hour's drive on the way home now, so I'll be listening to Ben's one.
Nice. So yeah, I guess you just learn the wisdom from listening to classes, reading, this and that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's amazing. I think it's important to, as well as chant, also to read the books and
pick up the books. Yeah,
listen to classes and stuff like that. Because otherwise, it's just like chanting.
Yeah,
like I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like it just sounds like you're such an amazing example for the community, because a lot of the people who come to the programs will be coming from the background of, you know, working a full-time job, so many responsibilities within the world, and they might see the saffron-clad monks and just think like, they might see the saffron-clad monks and think, you know, Krishna consciousness is just for the the saffron monks, and you know, I can come along every Tuesday and access it like that. But then having these, like, you know, examples within the community of people who work full time, but they've adapted their entire lifestyle and made it Krishna conscious, and their lifestyle is actually increasing their Krishna consciousness.
Of
you know,
course.
it's not holding you back. It's not like two different worlds. You know,
Yeah.
you've synergized them, and you're showing others that it's possible.
Yeah, of
And
course.
you're also like taking it into your own hands. Like, okay, I'm gonna explain the philosophy to this person who's ready to hear it, and give out a book here and there, and
Yeah, of course.
it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think ultimately we got, it's so attractive to become a monk, right? You know?
Sorry, we're just having some technical.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we had some technical difficulties then. I think Prema, you were talking about something about saffron monks.
Yeah, basically, I was just making the point that, especially in Swansea, like a lot of the people who come to the programs, they, you know, they're out in the world, they're working real jobs, they're doing, you know, they're working in different industries and stuff, and they might get the impression just from seeing the saffron monks that, you know, chanting Hare Krishna and a lifestyle of Krishna consciousness is just for a monk, and I might have missed my shots because I'm an older gentleman or something. But when they see, you know, someone like yourself who works full time, but has actually completely adapted his lifestyle into a God conscious life and a spiritually, you know, aware living, and like, you know, how you do everything, then they can be inspired by your example, and they can think, hey, maybe I can do that too, maybe I can change this and that about my life. And it's amazing. I think, like, yeah, like I was saying, in Swansea, like, we do get a lot of, you know, older gentlemen and ladies, you know, and it's just really
Cheeky.
reassuring for them.
I'm going to punch him now.
Yeah, I knew I hadn't changed.
With my walking stick.
I knew you hadn't changed.
I'm a young whippersnapper, you know, so just
Joking.
in reference, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, I mean, the attraction is to be a monk. Ultimately, I'm not going to lie. You know, it's like, wow, you know, seeing what you guys are doing is like, I've felt it. You know, felt it within me, and I'm very much aware what I've buttered my side of my bread in this life. You know, I've got my two babies, that I love dearly. You know, and to become renunciate and choose my selfish ways over them would be a wrong thing to do. However, you are right. You don't really have to be a monk in Krishna consciousness. But I think with regards to myself and the older generation then, is like we like to see the youngsters coming through, you know, we like to see, because it's weird. You always like see new youngsters coming into Govinders all the time, and you go, oh, he's a monk. And you don't push it, you know. He's like, oh, I've been sent you for some reason, you know. I was like, yeah, come in, come and have a cup with us, you know, type of thing. And he doesn't know it yet, but he, you know, I know because I've seen so many monks come through, you know. And I feel like that's like just like the dad, just like a dad figure to them, you know. They come in, and I just help them out, type of thing. Maybe give them a lift back and forth to Cardiff if they're struggling for transport and stuff like that, you know. And that's male and female monks, you know. Which is nice, and it's I feel like Krishna is smiling at me for doing something like that, you know. It's just bringing our army through the ranks, type of thing, you know. Is ultimately, because ultimately I really do believe it is a spiritual war going on, a subtle one that we are not aware of, you know.
Outside, you mean like?
Yeah, I mean, like the material energy, you know, Maya herself, you know, is a strong potency, and I think, like, as soon as you start realizing that you're a spiritual being, and this is not your actual body, you know, then I think Maya comes into attack a little bit stronger than what she would do if he was living for her. Because when you're living in the material energy, you're bowing down to Maya, right? But when you're not bowing down to Maya anymore and you fight in Maya, then she will fight back, you know?
It's true, yeah. It's like what we was just hearing. Garango was just giving Sunday talk. He was saying Elon Musk is planning to, have robots everywhere, and you've got robots looking after your dog and looking after your kids, and like that's one picture of reality. That the future is this idea of, technology being the answer. But then when you get into the spiritual wisdom and things like that, and see that it's about living a simpler life, that stuff seems really. A lot of us deep down think of the idea of a alien. No, what do you call it? Like a robot society.
I'm not going to lie, I've got a robot Hoover.
Have you? It doesn't surprise me.
Leave it on or something.
Yeah, it's great.
Is it?
Little round thing, you just press the button, remote control, and it just goes around your living room, goes around your kitchen type of thing.
It's Hoover's for you, like.
And it just scans the perimeter,
Fair enough. Maybe you're in Maya then. Clearly.
I'm just busy.
It's too busy, yeah.
No, it's just nice to have a fresh, clean floor every single night and day, It's really nice. So I'm not saying that, I'm all for Elon Musk, but I'm just saying that that is nice.
I guess that's the point, isn't it? You can use technology as well.
Yeah.
Like, technology doesn't mean wrong.
Yeah.
You can use it for Krishna.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I don't know if you've... Newsflash, this room's full of, like, technology.
Yeah.
Like camera, light, mics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't be able to speak right now if it wasn't. It's true, yeah.
Yeah. And it's just it's a nice, clean flow, exactly what Krishna would expect, right? And it's just nice to have that small chore taken off my back.
Yeah, nice one. All right, sweet. Right. Right, there we went.
I was kind of wondering.
I don't know why I said right.
What
was you wondering?
I know we'll probably wrap up soon, but I was just wondering, like, whether you were always like were you raised in a spiritual manner in any way, or
not at all.
Any religious or spiritual
not at
meditation?
all. No, I mean, I was the black sheep of the family, I will say.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Welsh Yogi podcast. I was the black sheep of the family. I never wanted to.
Sorry, I had to do it twice.
I never agreed with my parents or my sisters with what they wanted to do, but I did go to church, and I did enjoy singing, like, hymns and stuff like that when I was like younger.
Yeah.
And I was really inspired by hymns when I was like in primary school. My mum was a cleaner in my school, and she would pick me up from school, take me back into school because she had to clean for an hour, So she'd stand outside, pick me up, and then take me back in. So I could either like play with a football or rugby ball or play with the piano in the school hall, Oh, wow. So the way I learnt piano was by learning hymns, which were right in front of me, Oh, wow. Colours of day dawn into the night, or whatever it is, which is all Jesus songs, and that's how I learned how to play piano, just by remembering the hymns and then just transferring them onto keys.
I was wondering, do you have any hymns you could sing to our audience right now, just off the top of your head, just as a musical interlude?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Woo! Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
You got a nice voice, Lee.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to whack out. He's got the whole world
in his hands.
He's got the whole wide world. It is.
It's really true. It's a true song if you think about it.
Yeah, of course.
Hymns are pretty good.
Yeah. So I think, like, with regards to the spiritual side of things, then not really.
Sorry. What does that mean?
And then, like 21, I became like what's it called? Born again Christian.
Right.
I had like some sort of connection to Jesus, but then that kind of messed my head up, and I became atheist then.
Right. You kind of rebelled.
Yeah, rebelled
against it.
from Christianity then, because I started looking into like different scriptures and different conspiracies and stuff, and the Nag Hammadi scriptures. Have you heard of them?
No.
That's a pretty good book.
Was it?
It's a Nag Hammadi scriptures. It's a scriptures that have been found in Egypt in the early 70s, in Nag Hammadi itself in Egypt, and it's books written by Mary Magdalene, Timothy, different people who were born, and it's dated 2000. It's bound in leather, you know, and it's been backdated to 2,000 years ago. And it's quite interesting, and it basically said that Jesus had 2 children with this Mary Magdalene, and that's not in the Bible at all, you know, stuff like that. So I was like, oh, you know, so I became a bit of an atheist because of it. Not just because of that book, but
I guess your life is leading you in a different direction.
Yeah,
of some sorts.
Yeah, you know, I was going to religions quite angry then, and just saying, like, you know, questions like, you know, how big is the soul then? Because no one could answer me, you know? No one could answer me, how big is your soul? Christians couldn't say it. And then I asked Gopal once, you know, and Gopal explained it to me, and I was like,
is that a question that you've had throughout your life? Like,
yeah,
as a test, yeah.
It's 1/10,000th
Yeah.
the size of the tip of a hair.
yeah. And that's what he said. And I was like, how do you know that? He's like, it's written in the scriptures, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I've got an answer. And then it was like, and then I was like, you know, asking questions like, this is to all other religions. Like does a gnat have a soul? Does a fly have a soul? You know, does that go to heaven? Does that go to hell? You know, type of thing. And then Gopal again, and he was like, well, no, it's reincarnated, you know, so not everything goes like to heaven or hell. It's reincarnated into the next gnat, until it learns that gnat's lessons, you know.
And then it becomes a fly. And
then, yeah. And I was like, what? I'm blown away with this, you know.
Yeah.
And I think all that, then, basically Gopal had answers for everything for me, you know.
Yeah.
You know, unlike the preachers that I've been speaking to, you know. So I was like, whoa, this is the real deal, type of thing.
I noticed that. I went to church in Swansea once, and I had loads of questions, and the priest did the whole talk, and then afterwards he just like turned around and disappeared into a door.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to ask some questions. Whereas in a temple, it's like, any questions? Okay, any more questions?
Yeah.
Like they just get you to ask.
Yeah, of course.
You have if you have questions, because questions means you're clever. It means you're intelligent.
Yeah.
It's a sign, like doubts is a sign of intelligence.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was interesting. Like,
Yeah.
they actually are in the temple. They will answer your questions. So.
Yeah. And that's what I liked about it. It was so endearing to see you guys going like, any questions, any more questions before we wrap this up now? Is there any more questions? And there was always difficult questions, and especially you, like you would give them an answer in Sanskrit, you know, before you give the answer in English. And I was like, whoa, that's pretty far out.
Knowledge.
Know? Yeah, that's knowledge, you know, that's well.
I was just saying the same verse every time. Shrinvatam Sva Kata Krishna Punyashravana Kirtana, and I make up an answer. Just buy you some time.
Yeah.
No, I was actually very.
You know,
it was wisdom. It was.
I was working in this African woman's house the other day, right? And I could hear it. I thought I could hear her going, Haribo. You know, every time she walked past, Haribo. And I was like, are you chanting? And she's like, no, I am speaking in tongues. I was like, cool. And she's like, are you Christian? I said, no, I'm Hare Krishna. She's like, you know, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. I was like, yes, I couldn't agree more with you. I think he's a fantastic guy. Yeah. She's like, oh, you like Jesus? I was like, yeah. And I started, she's like, no, never you the Krishna type of thing. And she got me this prayer book, and she made me kneel in the bath.
In the bath?
This prayer.
Were you already there?
I had my clothes.
She didn't take you to the bath.
Yeah,
I was in the bath. Cleaning out the silicone, you know, re-silicone in the bath, you know, for her. And she was like, no, say this prayer. You know, she was quite militant, you know. And I was like, yes, please. You know, so I said this prayer for Jesus, you know. And she called down her husband and she said, yeah, Edmund! She called him up, like, you know, it's like he came up, he's the minister, you know, and he's never heard of Krishna. And he's like, you could feel him shaking. He's like, give me your hands, I'm going to pray for you, you know, because he just thought that Krishna was the devil type of thing, you know. And then he was like, why not? You're just doing all this type of stuff, like, you know,
tongues,
like speaking in tongues, you know.
And
And I was like listening, and I was smiling so hard, you know. I was like thinking, this is so beautiful, man. You love God, and that's so beautiful, you know.
Oh, that's a nice way to.
And I was like, and he took his hands away. He's like, how do you feel? I said, I feel amazing, you know. And I was like, right, now it's my turn. Om Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutali Srimati Bhakti Vedanta. He just pulled his hands away, you know. Just pulled his hands away. He's like, no, it's okay. And I was like, you know, Krishna came before Jesus, you know, like 3,600 years before Jesus, you know.
This is a customer.
Yeah.
Oh wow, interesting.
And he was like, what? Okay. And then I got him hiding in natural happiness and the Bhagavad Gita, you know. I went and got him from the van. I said, look, you got my number, so if you want to ask any questions, please. And he was like, how about you come to church? And I was like, yeah, I'll come to church as long as you come to the temple. You know, like for like, let's do it. Let's see what it's all about, you know? Yeah. So he runs a church on a Sunday morning. So I am going to go there for sure, you know, go and see a sermon.
I'll come with you.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Be speaking tongues, me and you, in the pews.
In the name.
There's power
in the name
of Jesus.
Oh, yeah. It's true, man. Preach. Nice. What a lovely way to finish a podcast.
Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namani Namah. Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavari Pachacharya Satarini. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namani Namah. Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pracharini Sunyavari Pachacharya Satarini Namah.
He's got the whole world in his hands.
He's got the whole wide world.
It is.